Okay, well, we have a video on Assassin's Creed Shadows today, and you gotta just find entertainment in these sometimes about how stupid it all is. Ubisoft, who's the one who caused this all to themselves, and all the stupid drama online could have just been avoided if they had just made a Japanese male character instead of Yasuke. It all could have been avoided. This game probably would have sold 5 times more copies. It probably wouldn't cause all the shit we've seen and the millions of people fighting with each other online. It was they wanted to make a social justice statement with adding Yasuke, but in the end, they just threw gasoline on the culture war, and they knew it. They knew they were going to do it, and they did it on purpose. Now, let's look at some things, because there's some very interesting statistics that we can match here. Okay, so let's go. It's not a document. Now, the gamer, is a notoriously left-wing site, has this article out. And you can tell in these articles sometimes, Rajan Beavrin, some random chick who, obviously left leaning, obviously is going to think this is the greatest game ever just because it's got a black samurai in it. These are the types of people that go after all this division. These are the people who stole this division. It's not the people saying, hey, this is kind of an awkward choice to include, a character like this. It's kind of offensive, we'll get to this in a sec, but they took out elements of the game that were offensive to Japanese. Can you imagine being an Ubisoft employee and, fucking, are you proud of what you did? And the Japanese government told you it sucks and you have to get rid of elements that are so offensive. So the whole thing is just offensive to Japanese culture. Now, in this, this person is just saying, it's not a documentary. Don't take it so seriously. Assassin's Creed Shadows now letting players explore what is Japanese history. Blah 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 blah. Right now it seems most are happy. I like how they fucking included that most are happy segment. And they're running with these left-wing media sites to try and do damage control, and it's not working. Actually, it's doing worse for them. We're not trying to show Japan. No, what happened to this historically representing Japan culture? We're not trying to show Japan, says this guy. So I mean, they're on hardcore damage control. And it's funny because they are truly on damage control. Look at this shit. So, I mean, this is Forbes. This is, Paul Tassi, serial deep throater Paul Tassi. So he says, you can just see this 2 million players. Oh my God, that's so many people. That's so many people playing it. Why do they say players? Why won't they say copies sold? It doesn't matter how many people play it. How are they getting those metrics? Because the data does not lie. Now, we'll look at the Ubisoft stock us, and this is hilarious because you can tell these people that the company that made this game stock is dropping incredibly, and they'll still come up with some excuse. I literally had someone say that product selling is not indicative of a product doing well, which is retarded. It's literally the definition of investors, confidence in the product, strong sales. It's like you can tell these people something and they just don't fucking care because they're always going to be right. Yasuke was a good decision. You're just an Istinphobe. They don't care. But you have to come at these people with facts. And this is a strong indicator that this game has utterly failed. Look at this 5 days. Look at this fucking stock. Look at this. Oh my God. It's almost It's down 36% in a year. That is insane. That is like if this was your own company and like say you were worked at a company, you would be brought into the fucking shareholders office and grilled like a fucking uh pleb, man. Like this is horrible. As someone who's lived in business his most of my professional career, this is terrible. This is awful. And no matter what someone says online, they can't hide the facts. These are the facts. This is a this is public information. So look at that over 5 years. It was once at that down 80% in the last 5 years. They had Odyssey, this amazing game, and they've just fucking dive bombed. Look at this craziness. Oh, that is insane. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. So if any dumb shit online tries to say, "Oh no, this game's a success," look at what happened. They're on an absolute. It's so funny. Like, you go woke, you go fucking broke. Look at how woke and broke that fucking is. And not saying Assassin's Creed games haven't always been woke, but this push, this drive to put in diversity. Yes, everybody needs to be represented. You can't tell us not to put a black samurai in it. That's offensive. We're allowed to do this because everybody should be represented. Did it really work? Most people don't want to deal with the culture war thing. If I see any kind of diversity in a game, along the lines, just sure, you can have characters from other races represented, so, but make them right. Make them proper and don't just make them a diversity hire because that's what these fucks do. Now, the Steam numbers haven't been great. I thought that they would get around 50 to 80,000, so it's slightly below my expectations. I thought this was more of a game that would attract the Veilguard crowd, those 89,000 people, concurrently, potentially maybe 200,000 people bought Veilguard on Steam. Maybe. I don't know the official numbers. They won't tell them. They'll never tell them because as long as you're kept in the dark, they they can go on talking this bullshit. And lo and behold, oh my god, look, 2 million players! We're thrilled at this incredible milestone. Isn't this the same type of shit? Dragon Age Veilguard had 1.5 million in the first test. EA expected 3 million. That's in months, but it's like, whether it's a few days after launch or a couple months after launch, like, you know what I mean? Like, people are gonna peter out of this game, and you have the content creators, the rage baiters, the diehard fans of Assassin's Creed. You have people who just honestly are just normies, and they don't even understand the culture war, so they just play any game that comes out. These are your console plebs. These are your people who are not really major gamers. They maybe play for a couple hours. They've got kids and families and responsibilities. They go out on the weekend to dinner parties. These are known as the console plebs. Same shit as Dragon Age. Such a success. Laid off the whole studio, cut the game director. They do this shit in the shadows so that they can continue collecting these DEI checks and still punishing people for making shitty product. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. These people are dumb. And you got people like Paul Tassi saying that these are fucking, like, it's such a major things. 6 years ago, look at this. So, okay, Paul Tassi, Of course, everyone will have an eye on concurrent Steam numbers. Shadows has 55 concurrent players on Steam, which is climbing. As I write this at 9:30 a.m., it seems possible it will pass Odyssey from 6 years ago. Oh yeah, Paul Tassi. Oh yeah, Paul Tassi. That's like how 5 years ago when the stock price was 80% higher. And then it dive bombed. So all this shit doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's a colossal flop. They probably wanted a million concurrent players. Games like Black Myth Wukong just come out of the blue and attract millions of players concurrently. Millions and millions and millions of copies sold. Who even knows how much money they made off those games? These games, they're fucking peddling chocolate bars in a gas station comparatively. So I mean, it's just hilarious. And this, when you go over this and you see that is the first day that people could get their hands on this fucking thing, only 40,000 people were playing at one day. Shows you that this 20,000 is probably people just making content, making streaming, doing shit like that, and you know what I mean? It's wild, and the cope has been truly incredible. Now I got banned. My it's like, I went trolling on the Steam discussion page the other day, and it was hilarious what occurred because when you go into these forums that if you go in saying, "Oh, woke is shit," fuck Yasuke, blah blah blah, they're gonna just ban you like that. They're ready for that. So when you go trolling these types of forums, you gotta go in with a little bit of slyness, and even that sometimes works. Take a Dragon, Ubisoft stock down 7% today. Assassin's Creed Shadows doing, wouldn't that mean that it's gone up? Look at this fucking moron. Oh god, look at that fucking profile. These are the anime porn people who are leftist and will defend anything if it has a diverse character in it. You know, that's not how it works. So this was hilarious. I was like this. I was like, that's not how it works. Stocks go up and down. So tell me you don't understand without the stock market without telling me. So I copied this, which is the actual definition from online of, stock prices and markets and stuff like this. Generally, if a company product is sell well, leading to strong earnings and profitability, the stock price is likely increase, not decrease. This is not my words. I didn't say this. These are fucking university level assessments on this stuff. I took it right from like a professional, stock description on this. Strong earnings and profitability. If a company's product is selling well, this typically translates into better sales and profits, which increase investor confidence. So as we can see, there's no confidence in it. This was another funny one because I copied this. This might have been what got this locked. Now, bear in mind, I didn't say anything anti-woke. I didn't say anything against Yasuke. I didn't say anything about the game. I just posted facts. This is what these people don't want. They don't want fucking facts. I just posted facts. And look at this. It's like, fucking, I did this again on this person. One, that's not how this stuff works. And two, why do you care? So interesting. Of course. Of course. Of course. You can post this as meme as ask against each other as his original post. Huge. Huge. Absolutely huge fucking cope going on here. So it's going on the drop. Stocks don't usually go up when a big name title is. People are defending, saying, "Yeah, of course, you're a fucking idiot." I mean, this is a pointless threat. If you attempt to engage with a game you can't afford, is not what's going on. You're terminally on a member of Sweet Baby Undetected. Shut up, you fucking moron. Look at these dipshits. And you can do that. You can just post facts. You just post facts, and they get mad. They hate it. They hate it. And I've fought with so many people on Twitter because I find the Twitter is hilarious with shadows, and it's full of those, stupid meme accounts that are leftist or, potentially have agendas, and they just see it. They got so mad. I fought with probably like 50 people yesterday over shadows. I was just egging them on, making fun of them, and they just lost it. It is hilarious. Assassin's Creed Shadow stands are deranged and fucking crazy. Don't ask me why. I don't know what type of people do this, but we have a pretty good guess on. Let's go to Reddit. Now Reddit, I've said many times, absolute leftist fucking cesspool, full of the most deplorable and degenerate people on the internet. Maybe they all left from 4chan to go onto this fucking site. But, you have shit like this. That is that 2 million thing. Oh, 2 million players. Oh my god, 2 million people bought it. The stock is flying. Gee, like everything is good. Ubisoft is saved. And you have these people. You have these people who are just like fast food for casual games. There's a bias. That's a very true statement. Is that there is like a fat. Now, I'm a cultured gamer. I'm a lifelong gamer. I started with the NES way back in the day as, I played it every single day. I play video games every day today too, but he's right. Is that there is a subsect of gamers, and it's got to be around the million mark, maybe less. This is not huge portion of the gaming population. Lots of the gaming population is, like I said, Asian and white males, younger, 18 to 50 years of age, and they make up most of the gaming population, and most are just diehard gamers. They love video games, play video games their whole life, think the culture war is stupid, just want good games, good experiences, good stories. But these people also, there's just this list of people who are just, they just will take whatever shit is shoved down their throat. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And look at the cope and seethe going on with these people. Does anybody know how much this has to sell to save Ubisoft? Oh, that's a really good one. Oh, fucking goddamn. 2 million players, 2 million sales. It's a good game. And this is what you get online. Amazing game so far. Played 5 hours. Now this site is look at the Assassin's Creed Shadows subreddit. Only 103 people on it after that. The colossal lack of community. The colossal amount of people who just don't care about this fucking game. It's hilarious. And it's like, you also have this. Okay, so this one, look at how many people. Like this is the game. 2 million people playing it, but only 103 people, 14,000 people in the official subreddit. Morons. Even only 200 people on the official Assassin's Creed things. Now this subreddit will ban you for saying, I don't like Yasuke, banned. I don't like Assassin's Creed Shadow, banned. Reddit operates on the fact that it can ban you for any reason. There's no rules to Reddit. The only rules to Reddit are that moderators are given ultimate control over their political opinions, and that's why it's a leftist shithole. It's like, look at this, on here. Okay, so let's go to the top post so far on the Assassin's Creed one. So top of, sure, today. Top of today. Such little engagement. It's not even funny. Okay, yeah. So we already talked about how much bullshit this is. Surpassed Odyssey back when the stock was 80% more than it was. That's hilarious. Truly hilarious. And yeah, and then this was For what it's worth, it's almost the same numbers as Odyssey on Steam too, so that's good. And yeah, I mean, yeah, let's see what controversial says, because you always got to go to controversial with truth. I'm of two minds of this. I'm glad that maybe this will save Ubisoft. Again, let's go back to the stock. It doesn't look like it. So yeah, I'm happy the game plays well and there's no direct stories about us. Yeah, again, we aren't playing as an assassin. The Shibugos aren't Templars. The MacGuffin, the jewel, isn't a piece of Eden. Blah blah blah. So these people are, they're coming up with all these excuses. Love to see the chuddies crying. Chuddies, time to call Grums and Asmongold to save you. Know, so there's become this face of gaming that's like Grums, Asmongold, right wing gamers, the enemy, terrible. The same shit going on with Tesla and Elon Musk. You got two sides, right, left, just battering each other constantly online. And let's be honest, it's spilling into the real life world. Uh, Way more than it already is. So all that outrage was just con artists waiting for attention. Yeah, I mean that's the reason why these other people get such high views and stuff. Like outrage, con. Oh yeah, they must watch the fucking videos. The only reason that people don't buy these woke fucking games is because YouTubers tell them. Absolute morons. YouTubers say opinions resonate with people, and that's why they have such large followings. I mean, it's pretty basic, but these people are too stupid to understand this. Player numbers mean nothing to me. Show me the sales numbers. Yeah. I mean, that's a good comment. Show me the Ubisoft blowing the sales charts and it going up 20%. You haven't seen that. It's just going down. It's hilarious. And yeah, I mean, you could spend all day talking about these fucking morons and the but Asmongold said it's a dead game at release. So they just hate Asmongold, but he's 10 times more popular than any of these fucks will ever be. So it's hilarious. You have video games that it's just there's no hope for these people. You can't convince these people are so deranged and mental that they play the look at me, I'm playing the game, I'm having fun, look at me. It's so fucked in the head. Look at me, I'm playing the game, see how much I'm enjoying it. It's like a mid-tier Assassin's Creed game with the stupidest character in the entire series, Yasuke. I really dislike how the map is discovered. Shop co-op is too addictive. Shadow's gameplay loop is too. Look at this cope that they do. And they just go on and on and on about how great the game is. Hilarious. Look at such a good game. Inside Assassin's Creed Shadow, big in depth. Engine upgrade. Really don't like the scout system. So what you'll see in these types of posts is if they say that there's something they don't like about the game, there's just a constant diatribe of people saying, oh, you can do this. Look, you just do that. And it's not that bad. So you can't have any legitimate criticism of the game. And you know why? They don't want to listen to anything bad about the game, because that might imply that it's a bad game. And you can't say it's a bad game because Yasuke is a black guy. And you can't say anything bad about Yasuke because, it is the way that these people operate. They are just mental. They're just mental in the head. And that's what they do. So, I mean, fucking retards, man. Use this, do this. Oh, no, it's not bad like you say. It's really annoying how I've still killed everyone in the base in 10 minutes and then can't get the resources because I used my scouts on something else. So, you can't criticize the game. You can't. Since when is Odyssey considered the best AC game? First time I was ill attention. I love Odyssey, but just curious, how do you change much? People who dislike the game moved on with their life. People who like the game keep talking about it. Fucking shit, man. Listen to this fucking dipshit. Boobs I must appreciate. Why does Assassin's Creed, like, you're not allowed to like older Assassin's Creed games in these people's mind. That was decided when it came out. People made a mistake saying Odyssey was so great. Shadows is even better. These people are just so fucked. So anyways, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ubisoft stock down 80% since they started making it, and then they released fucking the game, and it's down 8 more%. Like, so I mean, you'd have to be a fucking absolute dumbass to think that this game was a success. And most of these people just are dumbasses, and that's just what you have to live with. That no matter what facts you give these people, no matter what proof you give these people, no matter what you give them, they're just gonna think Assassin's Creed Shadows is the best game ever. Why? Because of the diversity thing. In these people's minds, diversity can never be a bad thing. Anything with diversity in it is automatically the best thing ever. And that's retarded. And, I start to realize that maybe these people actually are stupid. Maybe they just have an extremely low intelligence. And they just think that everything to do with Assassin's Creed Shadows is the best thing ever. It's weird, but it's funny. And as this story progresses, you're seeing more of this stuff. It's great. It's so great. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out. Let's see if Ubisoft stock shoots up 80%. That's fucking thing. See, wow, look at that all time. It's almost at where it was in 2000. That's during a slump. When was that during? Is that during? I don't know. That was a long fucking time ago. By any rate, 12%. The stock went whoop and then went way down. Look at that fucking. Look at that, man. Like, look at that fucking stock. It just looks like absolute shit. It looks like, oh, they were going along. They're doing really good. Hit Odyssey was a hit. Origin was a hit. Valhalla was a popular. Boom, hit its maximum stride. And in around the time Odyssey released, and then they started working on Shadows. They started working on, what was that other one? That just totally forgettable one that came out. It's like a more basic one, and it just shot right down. So, yeah, Ubisoft completely fucked. It's hilarious. I love the shitstorm on Twitter that it's caused. It's so entertaining. It's entertaining to get on these people's nerves and show them that the idea to cast Yasuke in this game was probably a very bad decision for Ubisoft, but they will never admit it, and the people defending Yasuke will never admit it as well. So peace out!